Zach Roloff of Little People, Big World acknowledges estrangement from father Matt. Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to my channel. For the latest news updates, please subscribe to Channel A. Zach Roloff is providing an update on his familial relationships 1 year following the conclusion of Little People, Big World. Zach disclosed that he maintains no relationship with his father, Matt Roloff, during the June 19th episode of their podcast, Raising Heights with Zach and Tori, alongside his wife Tori. In response to a listener's inquiry regarding their family dynamics, Zach stated that matters have been satisfactory recently, disclosing that he and his sister Molly maintain a fairly positive relationship and that he shares a moderate connection with his brother Jacob. Jeremy, Zach's twin brother, was not referenced by name. Tori stated that the past few years involved numerous challenging dynamics. I believe we are presently in one of the most favorable situations with your family that we have experienced in some time. Zach concurred that the ties among the siblings have enhanced due to their children spending time together. Zach and Tori have 3 children, Jackson, aged 8, Lila, aged 5, and Josiah, aged 3. Jeremy and his wife, Audrey, have 4 children, Ember, aged 7, Bode, aged 5, Radley, aged 3, and Mirabelle, aged 13 months. Jacob and his wife, Isabel, have a 3-year-old boy named Mateo. Zach affirmed that his mother remains good, while Tori emphasized that their relationship with Amy Roloff has always been positive. Zach remarked, "There were some difficulties with her for a brief period, particularly regarding her departure from the farmhouse," to which Tori elaborated that Amy has consistently been the best grandmother and is someone they can contact at any time, regardless of the hour. Zach elucidated that his father, Matt Roloff, attends baseball games and participates in Christmas festivities. However, it remains, you understand? Tori said, "There is no relationship present," to which Zach concurred. Zach experienced conflicts with his father during the last seasons of Little People, Big World, which aired from 2006 to 2024, regarding the future of the family farm, a subject that continues to evoke difficult emotions for the former TLC star. Tori disclosed on the podcast that the farm is not a location they actively pursue, to which Zach concurred, stating it evokes considerable resentment and past emotions. Although the couple desired for the farm to be a venue for frequent family visits, they acknowledged its impracticality after relocating over an hour away. Zach stated, "There are certain dynamics of the farm that have remained unchanged." North Plains, Oregon, KATU, a segment of a renowned Oregon farm showcased in a popular television series, is up for sale. 16 acres of the Roloff family farm, the backdrop for the series Little People, Big World, is being offered for sale at slightly under $3 million. The property has a 5-bedroom, 5.5-bathroom residence, a red barn, a castle, and a western town. "I am 63 years old and approaching 64, and I am endeavoring to simplify," states Matt Roloff. "It is time for me to dedicate more time to the retirement path." Roloff informs KATU News that his offspring will receive the remaining 80-plus acres of his property. "It serves as a catalyst for your aspirations. It is the paramount property regarding its location," Roloff asserted. "It is distinctly situated." Roloff states that the Roloff family farm will be accessible this autumn for their annual pumpkin season and that Amy, accompanied by her new husband, will be present on the farm. The residence features a swimming pool and hot tub on the rear terrace. The fluctuations of Matt Roloff's family farm from Little People Big World drama, Little People, Big World, Matt Roloff's family farm, ups and downs, a debacle on the farm? Matt Roloff and his former spouse Amy Roloff have seen numerous peaks and valleys regarding Roloff farms, although the property's future has precipitated the most significant issues to date. The stars of Little People Big World, who were married for 27 years prior to their separation in 2015, acquired acreage in Hillsboro, Oregon while Amy was expecting their twin sons, Jeremy and Zach Roloff. They welcomed their firstborn sons in May 1990. As their family expanded, Amy and Matt received their daughter, Molly Roloff, in 1993, and their son, Jacob Roloff, in 1997. Concurrently, the farm and its pumpkin patch festivities flourished. Amy exclusively informed Us Weekly in November 2021 that she was not focusing on land because she was expecting with twin boys. However, we possessed a remarkably beautiful parcel of land. Amy sold her share of the land to Matt after their separation, and she expresses nostalgia for that location. Throughout the years, the TLC star's affection for the farm persisted, hosting family weddings and providing the setting for their annual autumn photograph. It also hosted the wedding of Amy and her husband Chris Merrick in August 2021. Regrettably, the extensive acreage of Roloff farms has generated discord within the family, particularly following Matt's decision to refrain from selling a portion of the land to his son Zach in 2021. In May 2022, the patriarch disclosed that he had put 16 acres of the Oregon property up for sale, asserting that his sons were not interested in it. It is somewhat intimidating yet predominantly exhilarating. On May 12th, Matt announced the sale on Instagram, stating, "It's time to transition to the next season of life." 3 days later, the San Francisco native elaborated on his choice to relinquish a portion of the land, asserting, "My ultimate aspiration was for the entire Roloff Farms property to remain within our family for generations." Preserving that aspiration at this juncture was simply not destined to occur. Matt asserted, "My twin sons opted not to collaborate on a potential joint sale." Both individuals, along with their expanding families, had transitioned to alternative hobbies and investments. In May, Zach publicly criticized his father on social media, asserting that Matt's statement regarding his twin son's disinterest in the farm is profoundly misguided and false. The father of three remarked, "This post represents a new, shocking low of cowardice and manipulation of his family and children for personal gain." In that same month, season 23 of Little People Big World debuted on TLC, addressing the conflict between father and son regarding the land. Zach stated during the May 17 show, "My father and I engaged in extensive discussions over the summer regarding the potential outcomes. My father was unequivocally fostering the dialogue. Upon reconvening, the couple encountered unforeseen complications. Ultimately, my father and I convened a meeting, which included his girlfriend Karen Chandler and my wife Tori to facilitate the process. However, the outcome was unfavorable. It was unfavorable." Matt asserted during the show that Zach arrived with considerable intensity. He did not enter to bargain. He entered to assert his demands. Scroll down for a comprehensive analysis of the Roloff family's challenges and successes regarding their Oregon farm. Tori Roloff's 3 children don adorable pilot-themed Halloween costumes. Hope this doesn't crash the internet. The podcaster has a daughter, Lila, and 2 sons, Josiah and Jackson, with her husband, Zach Roloff. Tori Roloff's children are prepared to soar this Halloween. On Thursday, October 31st, the 33-year-old podcaster posted several photographs of her 3 children, daughter Lila, age 4, and sons Jackson, age 7, and Josiah, age 2, whom she shares with her husband, Zach Roloff, on Instagram as their family of 5 commemorated Halloween. Jackson donned a green jumpsuit adorned with pilot insignia, saluting in one photograph and posed back-to-back with Josiah in another. The younger Roloff boy donned a pilot helmet and a green outfit, complemented by sunglasses. Lila selected a flight attendant's uniform, adorned with a silk scarf around her neck, and posed for photographs with a smile. Costumes 2024. "I trust this will not disrupt the internet," Roloff stated in her caption. Tori Roloff commemorates her 7-year-old son Jackson's inaugural day of 2nd grade. "I can hardly believe it." In September, the mother of 3 posted a snapshot on Instagram to commemorate her son Jackson's inaugural day of 2nd grade. In the charming image, Jackson is depicted wearing a white polo shirt and brown khakis, with his arms crossed over his chest. The newly promoted 2nd grader stood next to a whiteboard sign that stated Jackson is 7 and aspires to be a police officer in the future. Today marks the inaugural day of 2nd grade. "I find it hard to comprehend. I have immense affection for this child and take great pride in his accomplishments and endeavors." Tori expressed in her caption, "I am confident he will excel in 2nd grade. This summer has been delightful, and I am saddened to see it conclude. although I am eager to witness Jackson's journey ahead. Happy first day of second grade. In a May episode of their podcast Raising Heights, Zach and Tori addressed several inquiries from their audience. A follower inquired whether the Roloffs would contemplate homeschooling their 3 children. Approach each year individually. I believe every child is unique, and each year presents distinct challenges, Tori replied. Indeed, we value education. However, we would prefer to keep our children at home, Zach replied. We shall observe. Tori interjected, we will approach each year as it comes. Zach remarked, we appreciate its benefits for our children, and considering Jackson's sociable nature, I believe that would pose a challenge. Sociable. Tori clarified, he is very social, but not sociable. The ownership and historical context of the family farm in Little People, Big World. The ownership of the Roloff family farm is contested, as Matt has opted not to bequeath it to his children, instead designating it to his ex-wife in his will. Zach Roloff asserts that his father is exploiting the circumstances to enhance the ratings of Little People, Big World, resulting in familial conflicts around the farm. Matt Roloff contemplated short-term rentals on the site, suggesting ambiguity regarding the farm's future ownership. Matt Roloff, a star of Little People, Big World, is engaged in disputes with his sons regarding the ownership of the family farm showcased in the 25 seasons of their popular TLC series. In addition to prohibiting the sale of the farm to one of his eldest sons, Matt bequeathed the land to his ex-wife in his will instead of any of his children. Zach Roloff is displeased with his father on the absence of a sale to a family member and asserts that his father is misrepresenting their conflict. He contends that his father is exploiting the situation to enhance the show's ratings. What is the reality regarding the Roloff family farm? Who possesses it, and what is the cause of the Roloff family's dispute? The ascendancy of the Roloff family farm Little People, Big World has been shown for 18 years, premiering on TLC in 2006. The 25-season duration of the show has presented numerous challenges and triumphs for the Roloff family, which they have conveyed to their devoted audience. Amy and Matt Roloff initially acquired the family farm in Hillsboro, Oregon, while Amy was anticipating the birth of their twin sons, Jeremy and Zach Roloff. The twins were born in 1990 and were the inaugural Roloff offspring raised on the family farm. In 1993, the family welcomed their daughter Molly, followed by the birth of their son Jacob in 1997. As their family expanded, so too did the enterprise on their farm. The Roloff's pumpkin patch and autumn events conducted on the premises increased in popularity. Their notoriety intensified following the show's premiere in 2006. While the farm achieved prominence in popular culture, it continued to hold significant personal value for the Roloffs. The Roloffs annually capture a family photograph on the farm, despite their separation following Amy's sale of her share of the property to Matt. Despite their divorce in 2015 after 27 years of marriage, Matt and Amy both deemed it essential for the practice to persist. Despite the challenges, it appeared that all family members, particularly patriarch Matt Roloff, were eager to continue taking the portrait. It is akin to herding cats to assemble everyone. Little People, Big World. 10 instances where Karen and Matt appeared utterly callous. Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler have displayed callous behavior in Little People, Big World. The reality series premiered in 2006 and showcased the Roloff family navigating life with dwarfism. Their eldest son, Zach Roloff, has been a pivotal figure in the show. However, the family dynamic altered following the divorce of Matt and Amy Roloff. Subsequently, Matt commenced a relationship with Karen, whom Amy suspects he cheated with. Matt's ego has become excessive, adversely affecting Little People, Big World. The choices made by Matt and Karen have fragmented the family. A particularly devastating incident occurred when Matt listed Roloff farms without prior notification. Amy divested her share of the farm to Matt under the assumption that he intended to bequeath it to their children. He subsequently undermined Zach's trust, resulting in a deteriorated relationship. Zach and his spouse, Tori Roloff, have declared their decision to withdraw from Little People, Big World, suggesting a bleak future for one of the most acclaimed reality television series, potentially attributable to Matt and Karen's actions. Prior to her engagement with Matt, Karen was employed at Roloff Farms, where she served as a long-term manager overseeing the pumpkin patch. Amy held her in high regard as an employee and was astonished when they commenced a romantic relationship. It was callous of Karen to initiate a relationship with her employer, who was still married. However, it was Matt who pursued a relationship with the individual managing the pumpkin patch. In retrospect, their experiences on the farm are likely overshadowed by inquiries regarding the evolution of Karen and Matt's relationship beyond a mere employee-employer dynamic. Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler engaged in communication beyond friendship prior to his divorce. Prior to his divorce from Amy, Matt engaged in inappropriate communication with Karen. In her memoir, A Little Me, Amy claimed to have discovered messages exchanged between Matt and Karen during their marriage. She was acquainted with Karen, who served as the manager of the pumpkin patch at Roloff Farms. Amy contended that the conversations she observed between Matt and Karen were inappropriate and unwarranted for individuals with a long-standing professional relationship. Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler appeared to engage in an affair. Amy suspects that Matt and Karen engaged in an extramarital affair. Having been married to Matt for over 30 years, they collaboratively developed Roloff Farms. Karen began her association as an employee in the pumpkin patch. Nonetheless, Amy claimed to have discovered photographs and messages exchanged between them during her marriage to Matt. Following this revelation, Amy terminated her marriage, despite Matt's denial of any affair with Karen. The circumstances surrounding their subsequent relationship and engagement post-separation from Amy appear dubious. Matt Roloff and Karen Chandler continue to patronize Amy Roloff. Their conduct towards Amy is distinctly condescending. A particularly peculiar incident in season 25 of Little People, Big World occurred when Matt informed Amy that he would bequeath the farm to her in the event of his demise. This revelation was startling for Amy, leaving her visibly astonished. The moment appeared to reflect Matt's attempt to atone for the distress he inflicted upon Amy previously. The Roloff Farms have generated considerable turmoil in the family's existence. Once more, Matt utilized the farms as a means of mitigating the repercussions of his past actions towards Amy. Speculation has persisted regarding Karen's potential exploitation of Matt for his financial resources. Prior to their relationship, Karen was in the midst of dissolving her 2-decade marriage. She ascended through the ranks on the farm, ultimately becoming Matt's assistant. Upon the revelation of their relationship, many of Amy and Matt's children expressed discomfort. Participation in a reality show over several years can guarantee a consistent income stream. Karen may have recognized this and leveraged her association with Matt to secure financial stability. Matt and Karen acquired a residence together, which raised concerns among fans of Little People, Big World. Matt expressed reluctance regarding the new home due to its lack of accessibility. The 2-story residence featured the primary bedroom on the upper level, and Matt was unwilling to navigate the stairs. Consequently, he opted to sleep downstairs while Karen occupied the upstairs bedroom. Although she secured her new home, she did not take Matt's needs into account during the decision-making process. Matt unexpectedly develops a bromance with Amy's new spouse, Chris Merrick. This relationship causes Amy considerable distress, appearing to be a passive-aggressive maneuver by Matt towards his ex-wife. In season 25 of Little People, Big World, Matt and Chris engaged in gossip regarding Amy's cleanliness. Matt has persistently disparaged his ex-wife, labeling her a dictator. Amy likely fears that his negative perceptions of her may influence her current husband, Chris. Karen influenced Matt's decision to list Roloff Farms for sale. She expressed her desire to avoid any responsibility for the farms. Whether intentional or not, her sentiments permeated Matt's subconscious. He was keen to progress and abandon his past to embark on a new chapter with Karen. Given her reluctance to continue with the farms, Matt perceived no issue in selling Roloff Farms. He focused solely on Karen, neglecting to consider the implications of his decision on the rest of his family, particularly Zach. Will Little People, Big World be renewed for season 26? Current information available. The Roloffs, a cherished family from reality television, have recently encountered significant challenges. As TLC's popular series anticipates a verdict on season 26, the family has faced shocking relationship developments, alarming health concerns, and contentious disagreements, regarding the future of their renowned Roloff farms. Matt's unexpected proposal to his girlfriend-turned-fiancée Karen, which moved her to tears, son Zach's critical shunt malfunction necessitating emergency brain surgery, and persistent conflicts with Amy and her new partner regarding farm management have resulted in this close-knit, yet intricate family experiencing unprecedented drama. This document outlines all available information regarding the prospective season 26 of Little People, Big World, including the implications of Zach's departure on the series' continuation. Will there be a season 26 of Little People, Big World? TLC has not formally confirmed the renewal of Little People, Big World for season 26. The enduring reality series is among TLC's highest-rated programs, making renewal seemingly probable. However, indications suggest a potential cancellation. Notably, Zach's recent declaration of his intention not to return contributes to this uncertainty. Then there's the lengthy statement Roloff patriarch Matt posted on Facebook in late April, sharing some of the back-and-forth moments his family has had with the production of the show over the years. He explained that he was only able to come forward with his honest thoughts on the popular TLC show at the time of his Friday, April 26th post, because a non-disclosure agreement he'd signed 20 years earlier had finally expired. Matt indicated that by 2010, his family desired to conclude filming the show owing to the arduous nature of the procedure and the interruptions it inflicted on his children's education. We believed we had fulfilled our objective of enlightening the world about the experiences of a little person in a predominantly average-sized world. Cease the television filming already, his message stated. In the subsequent years, Matt elucidated that his family sustained the show through specials, wedding-themed seasons, and additional content. This is the rationale behind my belief that TLC is hesitant to declare the show's conclusion. Despite the family's collective enjoyment of their absence after 19 to 20 years, some members have publicly expressed their intention not to return. As an increasing number of family members disengage from the show, producing consistent content becomes increasingly challenging. Near the conclusion of the essay, he conceded that nobody truly knows at this juncture if the performance will proceed. I am exceedingly content and gratified with the run of shows and the experience we shared with all of you, he added, noting that they can never predict what the future may hold. Season 25 Chronicle.